big stages. What do Foals bring to a stage like this?
A lot more lights and like sparkly things and like just like a bigger production. But basically, in some ways, the same type of show that we've always played. So just like intense kind of rock show.
Does it give you any avenues to be jumping around on stuff, or have you found things to swing off, or?
No, there'll probably be something, but like yeah, they're definitely not. It's not as easy to like, you know, get into the crowd at these like bigger kind of shows. That's kind of the one thing that's a bit.
You have to bring some tools with you, like a harpoon thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a Batman, Bond thing.
Man from U.N.C.L.E.
You could do some Houdini where you're like on the stage, disappear, and then appear at the back like,
That's on the next album.
Ghost that's on the screen. Give me the way, but not the means. Give me it all.
Let's talk about the album, because you haven't been on the show obviously since the album came out. Absolutely amazing. Really, really enjoyed it. Working with James on it, what was the decision for that, bringing him into the fold? Because he's worked on obviously some big, loud albums before, but was there any kind of specific reason why?
Just like none of the other, we just run out of producers that wanted to talk to us, and he was the last one that would answer our calls.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And yeah, he's really good, you know, and he's based down the road. Basically, he's like lives in London. We knew people in common. We'd talked about doing a record with him way back in like 2007, and we were fans of like the production that he brings to records. So it just seemed like we met up with him, you know, and after that it was kind of like just felt like he'd be the right choice.
You caught the bus and I caught the train. All that remains are words in the rain.
I definitely had a moment writing this record where I was doing some pretty guilty, like sort of creamy solos.
Yeah.
And there was definitely an element of it where it was to see how far I could sort of get away with it.
Yeah. And how far did you get
We
into
had
it?
to thin them out.
Yeah, there's a couple of moments, yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of solos that were on the cutting room floor.
When I see a man, I see a lion. When I see a man, I see a lion.
In terms of the album, the opener, absolutely amazing. Like, that is the way to kind of open an album. So where does that place in the show itself?
Pretty much towards the end.
Yeah?
We have way too many discussions about the set list, I reckon. But it happens at the end, basically. Partly just because it's like, it's the only place that everyone can agree on it going.
It's wicked. Like the energy's amazing. Like it's pretty aggro, in a sort of euphoric way.
Yeah. You guys with Glastonbury last year, I know you said that you kind of rejected the opportunity to play that slot when it opened up and stuff. Was that because you felt like you kind of hadn't got everything together yet in terms of the music?
We weren't ready. It would have been our first show after like 6 months or something.
Longer than that.
Or yeah, like 8 months. Well, our first show back on the album, like playing like the biggest show of our lives, and I think it would have been a career ender.
Yeah, or it just would have been a bit subpar.
It would have been like very few new songs because we hadn't learnt them yet. So it would have been like the same set we were playing the year before. Yeah, it just would have been.
So at what point did you feel like you were ready to kind of take on, I guess, venues like this size with that music? And
No.
today,
about
we're
3
fine.
o'clock.
Yeah, we're ready now.